stocks that you need to prepare yourself for as we head into trade this morning. So let's welcome all of them on board. Hi guys, good morning. Anuj, as always, let me start with you. What's on your list today?
Yeah, I think Indigo, for obvious reasons, should be in a red because aviation stocks, this is a direct business hit for most of these companies. So that I think now that you're seeing plans being cancelled, travel plans over this weekend, I was all the conversation that I was having was about most of the travel plans, corporate plans getting cancelled. So I think that would be a stock. Anyways, the stock had shown signs of topping out, so that could be under pressure. And my sense is that today perhaps IT stocks may rally a bit if there's safe haven buying, especially in the middle part of the day. And TCS is a stock which has now corrected to 20 and 200-day moving average, anecdotally a place from where it normally bounces back. So a risk of stock trading at support levels, perhaps because we have to choose two stocks, so that's why. Otherwise, normally you stay.
No, you're right. Actually, I was toying with the idea whether in the top 10 I should put in the IT list because dollar is now 99.50.
Yeah.
It's tending towards
exactly.
100, and that's usually positive. But if it is tending towards 100 because the world is in such a funk that nobody is doing any business, then even IT could be hit.
Yes.
So we have to just keep it on our radar. A strong dollar is very, very IT positive. But let's wait and see. Depends on how bad the mood is, especially at the moment. I think Dow Futures is still indicating a drop. So we are not sure that the second half can still see recovery, but we'll wait and see. It's still a good 3-4 hours. Let's get to the pharma stocks then. Aurobindo, what a bomb that was, Ekta.
Absolutely, Lata. It was a complete reversal, surprise, and nobody's ever seen this kind of news where the US FDA themselves have taken back a decision in the span of 2 days. So around the 18th of Feb, 19th of Feb, they had communicated to Aurobindo that, Unit 4 is classified as a voluntary action indicated. And then just a couple of days later, the US FDA communicated that the VAI, which was issued to Unit 4, in fact is rescinded, and this particular inspection is still open and hence not classified. So you can imagine that the uncertainty comes back. It's back to square one for that particular unit. And remember that it's important because 30% of their new filings are from this particular plant. So a lot of that good work is going to come undone today.
Okay, yeah, that's something we'll watch out for. There should be some unwinding on Max as well, Lata, today.
I would think so. What we know is that all the prior news, especially the one broken by Yesh Jain about Wednesday or something, he was telling us that there is going to be a board meeting where both companies will announce something, and they have announced confidentiality and exclusive arrangement. But this is talks for a long-term partnership. Now, there are all kinds of regulatory issues involved, and the RBI will watch out very carefully. So this comes only with RBI blessings, whatever the nature of the relationship. So it's not going to be FY20. It will be long drawn. So you really don't know how much price to give it. RBI could well say that if Axis is taking on a responsibility of, say, 30% of an insurance company, it better not do it alone, get Bain along or whatever. I mean, we don't know how the regulator thinks and what it is faced with. Therefore, at the moment, I don't think people will buy Axis because insurance valuations are so attractive. And Axis, for long, it was a big disadvantage for Axis that whenever ICICI was in trouble, they could encash their insurance investments. Whenever SBI was in trouble, they could encash their insurance gold mine. Axis didn't have that advantage. This is coming. It's a big deal. But how will it come? We don't know. So I don't know if people will buy Axis today. And certainly Max Financial is positioned for a big news, and therefore some money will be taken off. So red for Max for sure. Axis, I think, would be just left alone. Yeah,
I think Max, even on Thursday, fell 30 rupees from the high. I think 595, and there was no point perhaps chasing it even that day, but it fell to 565. Let's see if there's some more correction on that stock.
Okay, so that was Max. Let's see how that shapes up. But Sun Pharma could be in the green this morning. Ekta is joining us to tell us why. Ekta, over to you.
Well, the reports indicate that SEBI's probe on Sun Pharma has found violation of listing and disclosure norms, and that's mainly related to the lack of them revealing related party transactions with AML or Aditya Medisales, which is basically that promoter-owned entity that distributed the company's formulations in India. So the report indicates that SEBI's recommendation has recommended basically some proceedings which would result in a financial penalty. The report goes on to say that the probe did not confirm the alleged misappropriation of funds to the tune of 42,000 odd crores. So the perception will be that the company has already sorted out all of their issues with Aditya Medisales. They've transferred the distribution business to a wholly owned subsidiary that took place quite a few quarters ago, and hence they'll probably be limited just to a financial penalty and not something more serious in terms of allegations such as misappropriation of funds, and that's the reason why the stock will be in the green. The company did comment that they have been in touch with SEBI and they have responded with regards to all of the requirements that SEBI wanted.
All right, thanks a lot for that.
That's an important point. You know, if this report is right, that
overhang
effectively means the
goes.
overhang is done, and the stock's corrected a lot. And today, my sense is that some money, at least for starters, will move from Aurobindo to Sun Pharma, and then we will take it from there.
Okay. Well, Telecom, a breather for Voda as the Indus merger has been approved.
Yes, absolutely. So I expect both Bharti Infratel and Vodafone Idea to be in the green today. The FDI approval for the Bharti Infratel and Indus Tower merger has come through. The board will be meeting today, though, to decide the future course of action because things have changed a lot since that swap ratio in 2018. The financials of Vodafone have deteriorated. So let's see what comes out. Remember, this is incrementally positive for Bharti Infratel because the big overhang of the deal has been removed. This is positive for Vodafone Idea and Vodafone PLC because now they can monetize their investments. Vodafone Idea's 11.15% stake is valued at 4,700 crores versus 6,500 crores at the time of announcement. So, of course, the valuations have come down. Given the recent financials, perhaps the valuations may come down even further. Vodafone PLC's stake in Bharti Infratel would be worth about 17,700 crores. So, I expect both these stocks, Bharti Infratel and Vodafone Idea, to be in the green today.
Fair enough. We're back to pharma. Ekta, if you can rattle off the other news.
Yes, Biocon, I expect the stock to probably be in the red because their Malaysia plant, in fact, this is important news for them, got inspected by the US FDA and they've been issued 3 observations. This is for their biosimilar insulin glargine. So maybe a little bit of uncertainty and the overhang with regards to Aurobindo will probably result in a little bit of red for Biocon. Dr. Reddy's received an establishment inspection report, which means closure of an inspection of their Duvada facility, important facility for the company, incremental green on that particular company. Alchem received 2 observations for their Baddi facility. Again, maybe a little bit of uncertainty and hence red. And Solara Active, 2 of their facilities got inspected by the USFD, Puducherry as well as the Mangalore plants, and both without any observations. Expect green on that stock.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Well, that's on the pharmaceutical space. Ekta had a long weekend and a lot of work over the weekend to, decipher. But GMR Infra is the other one that is in focus this morning. Nimesh is here to tell us why he's watching that. Hi, Nimesh. Morning.
Hi, Sonia. Morning. So, the GMR has announced a fresh deal to sell 49% stake in the airport business to the Paris group called, Group A ADP. The total consideration is close to 10,800 crores. Just to put the deal into perspective, Sonia, this means that the previous deal with Tata is now called off. Even in terms of valuations, they're getting a better valuation of 10,800 crores versus previous valuation of 8,000 crores. This includes a 5,000 crores of upfront payment for the deal. So that's positive. They're getting 5,000 crores upfront. Also, if you look at the enterprise value, it is now pegged at close to 26,500 crores versus previous valuation of close to 22,500 crores. So the deal is going through very easily now. They've already got the CCI approval. Even the security approvals which was pending for Tata Group will come, is likely to come soon. So green for GMR because the valuation is higher and they're getting 5,000 crores upfront for selling 49% stake.
Okay, that's important. GMR has been steadily deleveraging and people may watch the stock with some more interest now. Ambuja Cement's numbers, Nigel, this is one of the late birds.
That's right, Lata, and more positives than negatives in the numbers. The biggest positive, though, was the sales volume growth of around 7% on a year-on-year basis. Yes, it came on a low base, but keep in mind the cement industry didn't grow, so that was a big positive that did come in. The only problem was the realizations did contract by around 5% on a sequential basis. That wouldn't be taken very, very well, and margin expansion wasn't as much. But more positives than negatives. They have expansions coming on stream as well, and also valuation-wise, fairly attractive. So you could expect the stock to outperform what the market does.
All right, thanks a lot for that. So that's on the cement space. But Mangalam is here to tell us about some more stocks that are in the news this morning. Hi, Mangalam.
Hi, so I have a handful of stocks, most of them related to ratings revision. So Yes Bank, for instance, see a bit of a red out there because ICRA has cut the bank's issuer rating to A- from A. Their outlook remains negative. The stock in F&O ban as well. Greenply Industries is the other one where we have CARE, which has placed the ratings of the company on credit watch with negative implications. And they still have AA- ratings. So this is another stock we will keep an eye out on. Prince Pipes and Fittings. There has been an upgrade in the rating, so some relief for that stock as well. CARE Ratings has revised the rating from BBB plus to A-. Arvind Fashions, their long-term rating has been cut by CARE by a notch. However, it'll be interesting to see how this stock pans out, whether any supply coming in on this ratings front sees some demand because of the strong fundamentals that the company has been posting over the last few quarters. Indiabulls Housing Finance, positive news came by on Thursday. The stock was higher, and now ICRA has revised their long-term rating as well. So see some green out there. And Apollo Tyres, apart from rating, the board meeting on Feb 26, which is day after tomorrow, to consider fundraising via preferential issue. So that stock should be in focus as well.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So those are a couple of stocks in focus, but here's a quick recap of our top stocks with positive news flow. Dr. Reddy's, Bharti Infratel, Vodafone Idea, Sun Pharma, Yes Bank, Prince Pipes and Fittings, Solara Active, Indiabulls Housing Finance and Apollo Tyres, while stocks with negative news flow, Aurobindo Pharma, Max Financial, Biocon, Greenply Industries and Alchem Labs. We'll take a quick break, and a lot of these stocks and stories will be discussed with Prakash Diwan on the other side of the break, so do stay tuned in.